Hello everybody, this is Joe, the Over 40 Model Maker here, and welcome to a new series where we are going to go from opening a brand new box of a particular model and going straight through from beginning to end. I thought that this might be a good series to do because it gives me new content to do. There might be somebody who doesn't have the slightest inkling of how to go about putting together a Gundam or a Warhammer figure and painting them, and tips, techniques, things like that. So I thought, we're going to go ahead and just do something simple to start and then kind of work our way up. So for our first video, we are going to do our Emperor's Champion from my actual Loyalist army that I'm building, the Black Templars. I do have a Xenos army for Warhammer, that is the Necrons, and we will hit something like this later on. This might be like a tier 3 or 4. So I have my Loyalist army, I have my Xenos army, and then I will figure out a Chaos army at a later point. I don't know exactly what that is yet. I will get to it. But when you want to go ahead and start doing your models, so you'll go to your Warhammer store or your model shop or online, whatever you do, always get the army that you like the lore to, that you think looks the coolest, and never, ever try to pay full retail MSRP price for it. Always try to find a deal somewhere. I don't care if the shipping gets you there in a month. It's worth it because these models in particular, these Warhammer models, get expensive very quickly. So when you do get your model, you're going to open it up like so. And don't throw this away yet, especially if you're going to be one of those people that is going to try to copy the artwork and the painting scheme that's on the box. Don't throw this away. Put it off to the side, like right here. Now, in this particular box, you will get your instructions on how to put them together and his data sheet on how he can be used on the tabletop. Fairly simple. Now, to put him together, what I would suggest, this is just a suggestion, a really good pair of hobby nippers, a line scraper for the mold lines that could be on a model, which I have found quite a few on this one, so I'm glad I have one. New, like singular models or models that do not come in a starter set are more likely to be needing to be glued together than push fit. So if you do need glue, just get some thin cement. This Tamiya that I use for Gundams works very well. What it does, it actually melts the plastic so that it sticks together after it starts to dry. And that's how it will adhere to itself. And then this one here just came with a single sprue, and I have already taken everything off of it. And then this plastic sarcophagus piece looking thing here. This can actually get thrown away. And then you'll go ahead and follow your instructions very well. And in the end, it should look a little bit something like this. And I do like how this turned out. Very nice. Lots of real estate, actually. Now, granted, this thing is only maybe, I don't know, from tip of the sword to the bottom of the base, maybe 3.5 inches. But there is lots of real estate to paint on him, especially when you start having small brushes. And we'll get to paintbrushing in another video. This is just the first of a series. Now, you may want to go ahead and start slapping paint on them and getting them all nice and neat and ready for the tabletop. Don't do that. First thing you want to do is actually prime this with a primer or a paint and primer or something to start out with, because this this plastic right here is very slick. The paint may not adhere to it. That's why you want to go ahead and prime your figures, prime your models. They do make primers for models for Warhammer. They're Citadel based, just like, you know, the pots here. But those get to be very expensive. I mean, you're looking at $20 to $25 for a rattle can for one of those things. I would suggest just going to Walmart and getting the $5 flat can of gray, black. If they have a red, depending on if your whole model is going to be kind of red from head to toe, what have you. Now, I do not have a flat black. I can speak today. Flat black paint in my garage. So I do have a flat gray. So I will be going ahead and stopping the video here in a second to go ahead and spray them and then come back and then finish up the video. And then the next video, we will start painting every piece of this model with paint by hand. So I'll be right back. One moment. Okay, I'm back right now. Thanks for waiting. And I went outside and I did spray it with just a flat gray primer, which actually was a smart choice, because looking right now, if I would have tried my gloss black, which I had, this thing, I never had any real luck with gloss paints as an undercoat and then putting a paint on top of it. It took just forever and it just didn't look quite right. So I'm glad I went ahead with the flat gray to start. So this will be the start of the first set of the series. So what we're going to do now is we're going to let this dry pretty much overnight, let it get nice and cured. And then tomorrow what we are going to do is we are going to take a paintbrush, not necessarily this one, and we're going to paint the blacks and the blade to start with. And then after that, we'll start doing the more intricate details. And then we will maybe do some, I don't know, maybe some line detailing. And then lastly, we'll finish it up with how to do the base right here. So thank you for joining me. I hope you guys have a wonderful day today. And I will go ahead and I'll see you in the next video, and we'll start painting this thing and making it look as close to this as we can. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time, guys. Bye.